Hello, my loves. Welcome to today's class. Today, we're going to focus on a strength building sequence with more holds. So, less flow and more holds. And I know a lot of people may not love this style of yoga, but it's a really great reminder of when we are challenged and either on our mats or in our lives, when we are challenged, it's reminding us that strength can be built in the pause. So, not always rushing through experiences or rushing through our movement, but pausing, reflecting, and building that internal power and strength within. So, we'll begin as always in a comfortable seat, dropping the shoulders from the ears, closing the eyes. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose and release with an audible sigh. One more deep breath in through the nose and release with a sigh. Just taking a moment to arrive on our mats today. And just observing the breath, sending it in through the nose, all the way down to the tip of the tailbone, past the abdomen. And then exhaling back out into the world. One more deep breath in through the nose, sending it all the way down the spine, past the heart, past the belly, all the way down to the tip of the tailbone, the root. And the exhale back out into the world. And today, as we hold the challenging poses, we will cultivate that power and wisdom of the breath to support us in getting to the other side. So our breath is the most powerful tool that we all have to build strength within so that we can then approach challenges or obstacles on the course with that internal strength and with greater ease. And gently open the eyes, and we're going to begin on our knees. So hands come directly under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and we'll begin in a cat-cow. On the inhale, pressing through the hands, dropping shoulders from the ears, looking up toward the sky. On the exhale, gently rounding through the spine, tucking chin into chest. Again, inhale, coming forward. On the exhale, we gently round. Option to close the eyes, bringing awareness further within. Just bringing awareness to the areas of the body or the muscles that are activated through each movement. Sending breath, sending power and strength to those areas as we move through our sequence today. On this next round, option to add Chakravakasana flow. We inhale into cow pose. On the exhale, rounding through the spine, shifting weight back, we drop the elbows. Inhale to come through center. Again, exhale, rounding through the spine. We sit back, drop elbows. Inhale, pressing through. 2 more rounds at the pace of your own breath. Again, focusing on the muscles being activated with each movement. Pausing at the center, we'll gently walk the hands forward. Bring the forehead down to the mat. Fingertips spread wide on the mat, arms out, stretched long. Weight is shifted back above the heels. Getting a deep stretch and opening through the chest. We'll send the breath all the way in through the nose, down the spine, and exhale out into the world. Pausing here for 2 more rounds of breath. From here, gently lifting the head, we're going to come down onto our forearms. So spreading fingers really wide, forearms and elbows are planted into the earth. From here, we're going to tuck the back toes and press back into dolphin pose. So adjusting feet as needed to get a strong stance here. We'll gently tuck the chin into the chest to release the back of the neck as we hold. So beginning to build that fire and internal strength through our holds today. We'll take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, coming onto the tippy toes, we'll deeply bend the knees. Again, holding here. So activating the muscles of the core. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, lowering the knees, this time coming onto the palms of the hands, and we'll press back into downward facing dog. Pausing here for a moment, really setting the foundation of the pose. So hands are shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide, pressing firmly into the earth. We'll press the chest through the shoulders, tuck the chin in toward the chest, and feet are about hip width distance apart, heels coming down toward the mat. Pausing here for a moment, and then we'll inhale, coming up onto the toes, pausing here, holding here. So getting a deep stretch through the toes, the feet, and the ankles as we hold. One more round of breath here. On the next exhale, deeply bending the knees toward the mat, bringing them about 2 inches above the floor. Pausing here, holding here. So strengthening the muscles around the knees, activating the muscles of the core, the arms, the shoulders, really getting the full body activated here. And take one more deep breath in. On the exhale, we'll gently release the legs, heels come down toward the mat, downward facing dog. On the inhale, gently coming forward into plank pose. We're going to pause here and hold here. So again, hands are about shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide, really pressing into the palms of the hands. We activate the abdomen, the shoulders, the glutes. And continuing to breathe as we hold, building that internal strength and stability. And take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, left hand comes to the center of the mat, and we're going to shift the weight to the left outside edge of the left foot into a side plank. So lifting the arm, pausing here first, really pressing through the hands, activating the core, and again, just sending breath and awareness to the areas that are activated, the areas where we are building strength. Option to lift the top leg, maybe bending through the knee or releasing up toward the sky, just challenging yourself in whatever way feels best for you today, or modifying by lowering the bottom leg. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, coming back to plank pose. We're going to pause here and hold here, again, really activating through the abdominals. Deep breath in. On the exhale, right hand comes to center, side plank, other side. So really pressing through the right hand, left fingertips reach toward the sky. Pausing here for a moment, sending breath down to the areas where we feel the activation. From here, option to lift the top leg, again, bending the knee, reaching leg up. Whatever way you want to challenge yourself today. Holding for 2 more rounds of breath. On the exhale, coming back through center, pressing back into a downward dog. On the inhale, coming forward into plank pose. On the exhale, gently lowering the body to the mat. From here, we'll untuck the toes. Arms come by our sides, palms facing down. On the inhale, we're going to lift the chest, pausing here. So hands are planted firmly into the mat, tops of the feet into the mat. We lift the chest, activating the muscles in the back, the core, and we hold. And we're continuing to breathe as we hold, as we build, and as we strengthen. Two more breaths here. On the exhale, cheek comes down and meets the mat. We'll take a breath at the bottom. And on the next inhale, we're going to lift the chest and the arms. Again, really reaching for the back of the room, lifting the chest, dropping the shoulders from the ears, and focusing on the activation of the muscles. So building that internal physical strength while simultaneously building strength in mind and body and heart. 2 more rounds of breath here. On the exhale, we lower to the mat, opposite cheek meets the mat. We'll pause here for a round of breath at the bottom. And then on the inhale, lifting chest, arms, and legs. And again, pausing here, holding here. Noticing which muscles are now activated as we lift the legs. Sending breath there, sending strength there. 2 more rounds of breath here. On the exhale, we lower, cheek meets the mat. From here, we're going to clasp the hands above the low back. So clasping the hands together will bring the hands to the lower back. On the inhale, we're going to lift chest, lift arms, and lift the legs with arms clasped. So this is getting deeper into the shoulders, opening up through the chest. 2 more rounds of breath here. On the exhale, we lower, releasing the hands. We'll bring the arms just below the chest for Sphinx pose. So pressing into the forearms and the hands, we'll drop the shoulders from the ears, looking up toward the sky. Pausing here as we activate the muscles all the way down the spine, the abdomen, really pressing into the elbows, dropping the shoulders. And pausing here. 1 more round of breath here. Then we're going to bring awareness to the tops of the feet. So pressing our way into the tops of the feet, we're going to very slowly peel the hips off the ground and hold here. So this is getting into the abdominal muscles, the solar plexus, the area of personal willpower and strength. So activating those energy channels as well as the physical body around the abdomen. Holding here for 2 more rounds of breath. On the exhale, we're going to slowly lower, Sphinx pose. From here, pressing the hands under the shoulder, we'll tuck the back toes, pressing up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lifting the right leg high. On the exhale, coming forward for crescent lunge. So hands frame the foot, feet are forward. On the inhale, coming up through center, hands at the heart. From here, once we're balanced, hips are squared forward, we'll inhale, reaching arms up toward the sky. And just gently looking up toward the sky. Again, connecting to your personal power and strength that exists within. We're going to hold here. Option 2, make steeple mudra with your hands. So thumb and pointer finger come together. The other 3 fingers clasp. We inhale, reaching up toward the sky. Just further elongating the stretch through the torso, looking up toward the sky. And pausing here for 2 more rounds of breath. On the exhale, hands come down to the heart. We'll inhale here at center. On the exhale, twist, elbow comes to knee. We look up toward the sky. Pausing here, holding here, getting a gentle twist through the spine as we activate and build that strength through the legs, the glutes, the core. One more round of breath here. On the exhale, we come back through center, crescent lunge. From here, hands frame the foot. We're going to straighten the front leg, lift the toes toward the sky, tuck the chin into the chest. Getting a deep stretch through the back of the leg. Deep breath in here. On the exhale, we come back up, crescent lunge. We'll inhale here at center. On the exhale, hands frame the foot, and we'll step back, downward facing dog. Going on to the other side, inhale to lift the left leg high. On the exhale, bringing the foot forward, hands frame the foot, and then we inhale, coming through center, hands to the heart. Once we've found that balance and foundation of the pose, reaching the arms up toward the sky, gaze follows, looking up. Again, noticing the areas of the body that are activated to support you in holding the pose. Option to take steeple mudra, pointer finger and thumb release, other fingers clasp. We inhale, reaching up toward the sky, getting a deeper stretch and lengthening through the body. One more deep breath in here. On the exhale, releasing hands, hands come to the heart. We'll inhale here at center. On the exhale, we twist. Right elbow meets left knee. We press elbow into knee, looking up toward the sky, holding here. Again, sending breath to activate the areas that are being used to support you in the pose. One more deep breath in here. On the exhale, we come back through center. From here, inhaling at center. On the exhale, hands frame the foot. We straighten the front leg, toes lift toward the sky, and we tuck chin into the chest. Holding here for a few rounds of breath, getting that deep counter stretch through the back of the leg. We'll inhale here at center. On the exhale, arms lift, crescent lunge. We'll take a deep breath in here. On the exhale, hands frame the foot. We send the leg back, downward facing dog. From here, we'll inhale, coming forward into plank pose, holding here. So again, activating the muscles of the core, sending breath to the body, and feeling your strength within. And take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, pressing back to downward dog. We'll inhale, stepping to the top of the mat, halfway flat back. On the exhale, we fold. On the inhale, we rise up. Exhale, hands come to the heart, going into chair pose. On the inhale, gently rising. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, halfway. On the exhale, we take that seat. So feet are about hip width distance apart. Spine is in neutral. We take that seat. Inhale, reaching arms up toward the ears. We're going to pause here and hold here. Letting that fire build and burn within. That fire that you feel in the physical body, that is your strength, that is your courage. We get to use that fire to approach any challenges in our lives, pull from that internal strength so that we can get through them with more ease. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, we're going to gently float the arms back. From here, on the inhale, we're going to stand up, lift arms, lift right knee toward the chest. On the exhale, placing the right ankle on the left knee, we're going to exhale, taking a seat. Hands come to the heart, holding here. So finding balance through the challenge, finding balance as we build that strength, and using our breath as a tool to get us to the other side. So by focusing on your breath, we can find balance. And we can find power in the stillness, strength in the stillness. One more deep breath in here. And then we'll slowly rise. Knee comes to the center. Exhale, sitting back into chair pose. We'll send the arms back, pausing here, chair pose. 2 rounds of breath here. And then from here on the inhale, reaching up, left knee comes to the chest. Marching pose. From here, putting the left ankle on the right knee, inhaling at center. On the exhale, we take that seat, hands come to the heart. So again, finding that focus, bringing your awareness within, and pulling from that internal strength, pulling from your breath to be able to find balance even through the challenge. So finding that gentle strength, that grace, even when we're standing on one foot. One more round of breath here. On the inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. From here, we'll inhale to gently rise. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, halfway flat back. On the exhale, planting the hands, we'll set back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lifting right leg high. On the exhale, bringing the foot forward for warrior one. So gently coming up through center, we'll drop the shoulders from the ears, open up the chest toward the sky. So again, pausing here in stillness, connecting to the power, the energy, and the strength of your internal warrior. We are all warriors at heart. We all have the tools needed to combat any challenges that we face in our lives. Sometimes it's about slowing down, sitting with that discomfort, pulling from your internal strength, and then addressing the issue. So as we hold here, pulling in that energy of the sacred warrior within. On the inhale, hands come behind. We open up the chest. On the exhale, diving forward, hands come above the head. Humble warrior. The spiritual path and the yogic path is not an easy one. And sometimes the strongest thing and bravest thing we can do is to surrender, to forgive, to let go. So as we bow forward here, allowing ourselves to take on those courageous traits of surrender, forgiveness, and non-attachment. One more round of breath here. And then inhale, releasing the arms. We come through center, warrior one. We'll inhale here at center. On the exhale, hands frame the foot, and we send the leg back. Downward facing dog. On the inhale, coming forward into plank pose, holding here for 2 rounds of breath. We'll gently press back up, downward facing dog, inhaling left leg high. On the exhale, left foot comes forward for warrior one. So coming up through center, dropping shoulders from the ears, radiating the chest open, arms lift toward the sky. Again, pausing here, balancing weight between both feet, so pressing to the outside edge of the back foot. And again, pulling in, calling in that gentle strength of the warrior. We can be fierce, we can be strong, we can be brave and courageous, and be gentle, be feminine, practice forgiveness, practice self-love. All is welcome. One more deep inhale here. On the exhale, hands come behind. We open up the chest and we bow forward, humble warrior. Again, tapping into that internal strength, allowing us to forgive, allowing us to release and to let go. Few more breaths here as we bow forward in surrender. On the inhale, releasing the arms gently coming up through center, warrior one. On the exhale, hands frame the foot. We send the leg back, downward facing dog. From here, we'll inhale, coming into plank pose, pausing here. So again, activating the muscles of the core, that personal willpower, your intuition. So strengthening the physical body, the energetic body, the emotional body, and the heart all at the same time. As we strengthen our physical bodies, we also strengthen our minds. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, lowering the knees, we'll walk the hands forward, forehead comes down to the mat. Anahata, heart-melting pose. Again, really pressing into the fingertips, spreading the fingers wide, and just taking a moment to connect to your breath. On the inhale, pressing back up, downward facing dog. From here, coming into plank pose, we'll hold here. Going into another side plank series, left hand comes to the center. We shift to the outside edge of the left foot, reaching arm up toward the sky. Again, always an option to lift the top leg. Holding here as we breathe. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, coming back through center, plank pose. Holding here for a round of breath. We'll place the right hand to center, shifting to the other side, side plank. Again, option to lift the top leg. Activating all of the muscles needed for this pose, knowing that you possess the strength within. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, coming back, plank pose, we'll drop the knees. We're going to shift onto our seat. So going into Navasana boat pose, some more core activation. We'll plant the feet into the earth, hands come behind the knees. We'll inhale here at center. On the exhale, rounding through the spine, lifting the knees off the floor. Option to pause here and hold here, or you can release the legs, straightening the legs, pointing through the toes, and an option to release the arms. So holding here for a little bit longer than you want to. So feeling that discomfort, feeling the challenge, but deciding to sit with it, to sit in the unknown, sit in the discomfort. Because when you do, you may find it's not as hard as you think. Or you may find it is difficult, but with your breath and the tools that you have from your yoga practice, you can get through to the other side while simultaneously building more internal strength, courage, and wisdom. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, slowly lowering, and we're going to straighten the legs. From here, arms come just behind the seat, fingertips facing toward the body. On the inhale, we're going to press up on the arms. On the exhale, bending at the elbows, lowering down. Again, inhale to lift, lifting seat, straightening arms. On the exhale, we lower and bend. Inhale to lift. Exhale, we lower. On this last one, inhale to lift, we're going to hold here. So again, activating all the muscles, building that strength, building that courage, shining your heart forward and looking up toward the sky. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, slowly lowering, and our legs will remain out in front of us. From here, right leg bends up and over. Right hand comes behind. We inhale to reach. On the exhales, twist. So twisting through the spine, really pressing into the elbow, looking over the shoulder. Ending with a spinal twist to bring balance and equilibrium back to the nervous system, back to the physical body, the mind, and the heart. One more deep breath in here. On the exhale, gently coming forward, going on to the other side. So bending left leg over, left hand comes behind. We inhale to reach. On the exhale, we twist. Really pressing in, deepening the twist. Taking a deep inhale here. On the exhale, coming back through center, crossing the legs. We'll take the hands, clasping the fingers, and taking it just behind the head, looking up toward the sky, pressing the head into the hands, opening up the shoulders, the elbows, and getting a stretch through the back of the neck. We'll take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, slowly coming down, hands come to the lap. We'll gently close the eyes. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Release with a sigh. One more deep breath in through the nose. Release with a smile. We'll inhale the hands to the heart, bow the chin to the chest, keeping the eyes closed. And then silently or aloud, repeating the affirmation. I am strong. I am brave. I am courageous. And I can get through anything I face in my life. And so it is. Namaste. Thank you all. Hope you enjoyed that class, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a beautiful day.